Hey everybody, I'm Ryan. Today we're going to talk about the Pioneer metagame with data taken from the regional championships, Magic Online, 5-0s in leagues, 4-0s and 3-1s in prelims, and top 32s in challenges and supers. Now, it's a lot of data compiled. It's mostly taken from day 2s in the regional championships in conjunction with all that Magic Online stuff. But hopefully it'll get us a good look at what Pioneer looks like right now. Let's jump into it. At the very top is Rakdos Ramp, is the mono green devotion deck, which is really no surprise. It is a super powerful deck that a lot of people rely on. It is being played a little bit more heavily on Magic Online. And when I was at the regional championship, I played against it like 3 times just in day 1. In second is Rakdos Sacrifice, and in third, surprisingly in third, is Rakdos Midrange by a very small margin. Let's talk about these 3 decks. The Green Devotion deck ramps their mana very, very quickly to a point of like unfairness if they are able to get Rakdos going. Rakdos alongside Kiora creates a ridiculous amount of mana, allowing them to get even more devotion, even more stuff on the battlefield. And they have an infinite combo, or a few infinite combos, with Karn the Great Creator alongside Kiora that can lead to kills. So it's not only a great ramp deck and has a great fair plan and just being able to overrun their opponent, but also it can just kill out of nowhere if the devotion gets out of hand. The second most popular deck, and this is kind of like one of the big contenders, this has never been at the top before, Rakdos Sacrifice. So Rakdos Sacrifice utilizes the awesome combination of Cauldron Familiar and Witch's Oven, which allows you to ping for 1 every single turn, allows you to chump block indefinitely for the rest of the game, and that in conjunction with Mayhem Devil and more of a sacrifice shell around those 3 cards, creates this incredibly powerful engine that card for card might be weaker than its Rakdos Midrange counterpart, which we'll talk about in just a second. But once these engines get going, Rakdos Sacrifice is just amazing. And the third most popular deck, the kind of agreed upon best deck of the format, Rakdos Midrange. Rakdos Midrange plays a bunch of very good cards, is looking to 1-for-1 with their opponent, Thoughtseize away their really important cards, and then play game-ending super powerful creatures. It's basically just like a rock deck, right? It's like every other black-green X or black-red X or whatever deck that has ever existed. If you're playing Rakdos Midrange, you're looking to play fair and just play the best cards in the format like Fable the Mirrorbreaker or Shieldred. But let's look at the top 8s. I did not compile the data from top 8s in the regional championship, so this is just taken from the super and the challenges from this past weekend. But the top 8 metagame looks a little bit something like this. First off, number 1 in top 8 is It Drake, followed by Rakdos Ramp and Rakdos Sacrifice. We've already talked about Rakdos Ramp and Rakdos Sacrifice, so let's talk about It Drake. This is the deck that the Zoomers are pushing quite a bit right now. It's basically a Phoenix deck that is playing Drake instead of Phoenix. So basically playing it as a blue-red control tempo-y deck and just like ending the game with just like a 14-14 Drake. It is extremely powerful, and not only are some of the best players in Magic playing it right now, which is the reason why there are so many top 8s in Magic Online, but also people are just not prepared for it. And if you don't know what you're playing against, people misboard against it a lot, because the Drake does not care about if things are in exile or in the graveyard, which is a misunderstanding I had when I first played against it a year or 2 ago. But they have the Pioneer metagame. If you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. Check me out on social medias. Links are above me and in the description. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.